Hi there. Emulation console retailer Mechdiy has a Halloween promotion going on right now this week until until November 1st. And 15% off their emulation consoles. They decided to send me a Miyoo Mini Plus. And I was like, okay, I actually already made a video on the Miyoo Mini Plus, and they're like, yeah, we know. It was really good, and the Miyoo Mini Plus is really good, and would like to send you one. So I was like, I'm down for it to go over the, how the Miyoo Mini Plus holds up. So like I said, they have 15% off everything from October 1st to November 1st, and that is this week. And that includes not just the Miyoo Mini Plus, but Triu Smart Pro, Trimu Brick, and various other popular emulation consoles. And they just got the Miyoo Mini Flip, and Onion OS is included, as is with the Surwish ROM package. Surwish. What this is it's a version of, it's a package of Onion OS, but they have made sure that all the ROM collections that they are including work, and all of the games work, and they've all been tested. All right. While Guy is getting comfortable, let's see. So, this is the Miyoo Mini version 4. I previously, the Miyoo Mini Plus version 4, I originally had a version 1. Let's see, I could charge it via fast USB charge, which is good. And so Onion OS has become really mature. And I checked, and it is, the version that's included on here is the latest one, because I actually hooked up to Wi-Fi. Emulation gets a bad rap, the collecting cartridges is great, but just look at this. Surwish OS package, Amiga, Amstrad, Arcade, Atari 2600, 5200, 7800, Lynx, Capcom CPS 1, 2, 3, ColecoVision, Commodore, Famicom Disk System, Fairchild Final F, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Gear, Game & Watch, Genesis, Intellivision, MS-DOS, MSX, Megaduck, Nintendo DS, NES, or NES, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo, Odyssey 2, Pico 8. I previously did not have a Pico 8 enabled. PSX, PlayStation, of course. Poke Mini. Ports of... Wow, it's got Doom, Quake, Wolfenstein. Let's see what other... Ha! I'll have to try that out. Sega SG-1000, Super Nintendo, Scum VM, Sega CD, or Sega 32X, Sega CD, Sega Master System, the Supervision, TurboGrafx 16, even though that's PC Engine, TurboGrafx CD, Vectrex, Virtual Boy, WonderSwan, TX80, the ZX Spectrum, and various, yeah, that's right, Cat. Various Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games. Yeah, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. Apparently, they deserve a special section. Okay, I just want to test out what is platform. So this is Super Mario 64 ported to Linux. So, not technically emulation, but that's right, Kat. It's not technically emulation. Let's see, I can still quit out of it by hitting the menu button. Let's see. Quake, Wolfenstein, Doom. Let's go for good old Doom. Ooh, nice frame rate. So, this is Doom ported to Linux. That's pretty cool. Curious about Quake. So, believe it or not, I do not have a retro PC. So this is pretty cool. I have the version of Doom. Cat, it is black. It is dark out. You have been fed. You have been walked. Would you like to come up here and play games with me? I really would like it if you would. Outrun, Cannonball. Don't know about this. Wow. So this is a Linux port of a Sega arcade game. Huh, it's interesting that it runs in RetroArch. So let's see, I'm curious. All right, and so this is going to be Outrun, probably running in MAME on So you actually can't finish the first stage unless you go to high gear. So there's probably Outrun the port, Outrun the emulation. So I want to see if they included in this ROM set Sega Ninja, which is actually Ninja Princess, Ninja Baseball Batman. Got the arcade boot up screen. So this is actually a pretty hard game to emulate. So it's lagging on the sound. So if you hit select and menu button, you go to the Onion OS core. And yep, let's see. I'm looking for frame skip. Auto. And then you always want to configure, save current configuration, resume. So the reason why I turned on frame skip is so that it if it encounters slowdown, it will turn down the frame rate temporarily. And you got a much more fluid experience. Cat, want to come up here? You're not going to go outside because it's dark. Yeah, come on up. Come on, the internet loves you. So, I was giving the emulation handheld a little bit too much attention, and a certain orange kitty needed to be satiated. All right. Gotta get back to the gameplay. All right, so let's try out Third Strike. It takes a while because so the color on my on my camera, on my phone that I'm using might be a little bit off, but I assure you that the color on the screen is perfect. So the Miyoo Mini, I love it because it's got a 640 by 480 4x3 screen, and it's like the perfect form factor for playing, and the CPU is powerful enough to run all the way of Capcom, CPS 3 games. With a little frame skip, it'll run Ninja Baseball Batman. Oh, I should do a PlayStation. So it's not just about choice. So emulation is trying to run the same programs through close enough software. So it's using a software layer. And for this one, I believe it actually uses OpenGL rendering to handle the PlayStation, to handle the 3D. So we're actually using 3D acceleration to help with the virtual, which is, sort of using like a translation error. So if you're actually a developer, and am I getting it wrong, do let me know in the comments. But I do think that this approach actually for PlayStation emulation uses a hardware-based solution. So it's a lot more efficient than the simple software-based solutions. Tobal, which is a game I greatly enjoy. Strider 2, great, that's on here. There we go. Tobal 1 or Tobal 2? I'll go for Tobal 1. Oh, I had one going, a fight going. That's Onion OS working there right there. Instant resume. Yeah, what she said. So this has character designs by Akira Toriyama. and is a high resolution, locked 60 frames a second 3D game. You know, it doesn't have your fancy texture maps, but just the frame rate and the fluidity is just ridiculous. So it's one of my tests with, like, you know, how fluid is this? Oh man, he just got me. PC Engine. So there is a fan translation of Far East of Eden. And I've always wanted to play it. And so I do have my actual PC Engine. But it's only available in what's called a CHD file that's already patched. So the patch, like, I'm a Macintosh user, and all the ability to patch it are on Windows. So I've always wanted to play this game because it was one of the first CD RPGs made for the PC Engine CD. It's actually, like, I think the second or third game. It's like the first besides Street Fighter. So the CHD file, it's compressed, and so it doesn't work on my solution for a real PC Engine, and on the Super SD, and also doesn't work on my Analog Pocket. But as far as an emulation solution, it works great because it's software. So the whole concept of software is play the game through software emulation, and close enough is good enough. And with FPGA, everything has to be perfect or nothing works. And so this having a compressed file, and of course to uncompress it I would have to, like, install software tools, run a command line expansion, do some whole Unix commands. Okay, bad guys, the humans defeat the heroes. Ancient heroes defeat the evil general. He's probably going to be resurrected. This is from a generation of games where being able to talk and have real dialogue and real cutscenes, boy, did people love it. So they tolerated some really long ones. An evil organization scheming to resurrect Masakado and make Jipang its own. They had begun putting their plans in motion. Okay. Toad Hermit's House Talk. Boy, this old guy isn't cutting around. He's like, hey, let's advance that plot. Let's see. Talk. Items. Jitsu status mode. Nice. Ooh, I guess give me fast. Text, skip, walk type. Ooh, yes, give me diagonal dot. Give me that diagonal walking. The bird wants to talk about the cult of Daimon. The cult of Daimon is a bunch of demons who came from lands outside Japan, like Gaijin. All the countries outside now... Oh, man. They brought all the countries outside to ruin, and now they're trying to make Japan theirs. Beat the Demonist. And they're buying up all the retro games in Akihabara. Wow, thanks, talkative bird. Are these frogs? Okay, these frogs, not only do they have establishing plot, but they got loot. Again, thanks, frog. So this is a game that I've always wanted to play, never got a chance to, and now I can, thanks to the magic of emulation. Let's see, status, Jitsu, which is like spells, items, equip, check. Okay, nothing available. I'm trying to bring up the menu. Aha! So I'm always looking for the ability to save. Ooh, thanks you. All right, let's go see that combat system. Oh no, it's a Tanuki. And he's aligned with the foreigners from outside of Japan. How much damage am I doing here? 0 attack, 1 damage. Okay. I better get more than 4 real for this. Okay, I defeated the Tanuki. 2 Rio! So, didn't even, I betcha I don't have a weapon. That's why I sort of had a hard time. You look like a weapon shop. Armory. I would like to buy. Let's go for that longsword. Give me a cloth katabira, which is probably some armor. And give me that leather helmet. No, I'm good. Equip, longsword, cloth, leather, yes. Alright, I would like to find Demoness Tanuki and repeat that encounter. Yes. So, since this game uses, it's a CD-ROM game. Okay. It loads fast. Sometimes CD-ROM based games have really slow loading. So, I reviewed the Miyoo Mini Plus and made my big video. And then I got a Miyoo Mini Flip. And Miyoo Mini Flip has a different architecture and does not have Onion OS, which is the secret sauce that makes owning a Miyoo Mini awesome. And might as well do a save state. So, I gave it to my friend because they did not have any emulation devices. And they were interested in retro games, so I gave it to them. And do not regret that, but I sort of had a Miyoo Mini sized hole in my heart and missed it, and so I'm very glad to get one back. So, Sega Ninja. Oops. Which is Ninja Princess. So, I was reading an article today about Reiko Kyodama, who was one of the earlier game designers and game producers at Sega. And when the Sega Genesis 2 shipped, sadly, it had a notice saying, to our, basically in memorandum, it was, dedicated to her. So she actually made Phantasy Star, Ninja Princess, Alex Kidd, and this game, Ninja Princess. So this is an arcade game, so it is brutally difficult. But I'm good at it. Famous last words. Okay. I set myself up for that. So, when this game was brought... Oh, man, look at that. When this was brought to the Sega Mark III, which was the Master System, Originally, when it came out on the home console, the predecessor, the SG-1000, graphics were not quite as advanced, but Ninja Princess actually was the hero. Then they came out with Sega Ninja, which was a basically advanced graphic port from the Master System, which is more faithful, but they turned our heroine into a generic dude, and she got captured. So that is, I always thought, a little disappointing. And Sega is currently doing like deep cut revivals, and it's great that Alex Kidd got anyway, what I'm trying to say is Sega Ninja needs to be brought back. We could handle Sega girl ninjas, is what I'm saying. Ninjas are awesome. Girls are awesome. Girl ninjas, extra awesome. I got some spiced apple cider warmed up in the microwave. It is, there was a atmospheric river going through Portland, Oregon. It is incredibly cold and definitely feels like you want to warm up. It's not quite Halloween, like I said. Mechdiy, they're having a sale, 15% off everything, and they have a wide variety of really high quality emulation packages. Definitely check them out. This isn't a sponsored video, but they did send one of these suckers to me, which is pretty cool. This is 8-Bit Joystick. Stay awesome. Play retro.